Yo, it's Waffle here and welcome to part 3 of how to squad lead in Hell Let Loose guides. In this video, we will address putting up spawn points and where to build them. If you for some reason have missed part 1 and 2, you can check them out in the description below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get notified when the next part comes out. As a squad leader, your key task is putting up spawn points for the rest of your squad members, but also for the rest of your team. Let's start with putting up spawn points for your squad members. The first type of the spawn points is the Outpost, or OP in short. Outposts can be built in all friendly territory and one sector into the enemy territory. Unless you're a recon squad, then you can go 2 sectors deep into the enemy territory. Only your squad can spawn on the outpost that you place down. All outposts on the map will have the letter of the squad on top of it, so you can see which squad can spawn on it. The outpost you place down as a squad leader will also have your squad letter on top of it and will have the color green, so you and your squad members can easily find it back. Outposts do not cost any resources to place down. To place the outpost and also the garrison, you take out your watch or compass as a squad leader and hold the right mouse button and scroll with the scroll wheel to select the outpost or the garrison. When you see the blueprint is green, you can hold the left mouse button to put it down. Fun fact, when you place down a garrison or outpost, the watch in your hand will show you your real lifetime. In this case, it was around 11:35 when I recorded this video. Let's go over to some outpost tips on the defense. Don't place your outposts next to the garrisons. Outposts are a good backup spawn point in case the garrison gets compromised, or you have to flank the enemy attack. In this case, if the garrison is compromised, the outpost will go down and this squad has no spawn point close by. Don't place your OP in the strong point either. Place it outside in case the enemies are getting into the point. Putting your OP outside the point gives your OP a second purpose of being an alert beacon. If the outposts start pinging red, you know the enemies are doing a flank from that side. Never put the outpost in the middle of the open. Try to have the outpost in a little bush or behind buildings so they're not getting spotted from a far distance with binos or vehicles. Some outpost tips on the offense. Place your outposts far enough away from the strong point. When you start attacking, the enemies will know where you're coming from and will sweep outside the strong point for the outpost. If you place them far enough away, the risk of your attack getting stopped is very small. If your squad gets killed over and over again, relocate your outpost about 90 degrees to the north, south, east of west, so you will have a completely different approach of attack that might give you a better chance of success. This will also count for the defense. Don't put your outpost next to other squad leaders' outpost. Same as placing it next to a garrison. If one gets compromised, everything will be gone. Always attack from another angle than the main attack is going from. More details about attacking will be in my next guide. Always make sure you have an outpost up. Rebuild as soon as possible if your outpost gets deleted. Second type of the spawn point is the garrison. Lately, garrisons are something a lot of the squad leaders are afraid of to build for some reason. As a squad leader, if you haven't built at least 2 garrisons in each game, you are doing something wrong. Garrisons will allow the whole team to spawn in, while outposts are only for your squad. Each team can have a maximum of 8 garrisons at the same time. Do utilize this number. The more garrisons that are built, the more spawn points the whole team can spawn on to counter flanks, for point defense, or for push for an attack. Garrisons are your #1 priority. In contrast of the outpost, garrisons do need resources to build. Garrisons built in the blue territory require 50 supplies. Garrisons built in the red territory cost 100 supplies. Supplies can be provided by support classes, supply trucks, or supply drops from the commander. Garrisons can only be placed 200 meters apart of each other. To have a quick idea, one grid on the map is 200 by 200 meters. If you want to see if you're far enough away from the other garrison, just put a quick ping or a marker on that garrison to see how far you are already away. Here are some garrison tips on the defense. Always have at least 2 to 3 garrisons that work as a defense on the active defensive point. As mentioned before, utilize the possibility of having 8 garrisons. Any squad leader that tells you we have too many defensive garrisons should not occupy that seat. Use garrisons in a formation such as a triangle or a diamond. On this screenshot, it is already a good start of building a garrison formation. Ideal would be as showed on the screenshots. Strongpoint garrisons are maybe one of the biggest discussions in the game if it comes to placing garrisons. One person says, put it on the strongpoint. The other person says, put it outside the strongpoint. Strongpoint garrisons are effectively a good idea. only if it's supported by 2 or 3 other garrisons from different angles to attack from or defend from. Having only 1 garrison on the defense, you should never put the garrison on the strong point itself. Some garrison tips on the offense. Have multiple frontline garrisons set up 200 meters apart. This gives multiple possible main and side attacks to get into the enemy point, as showed on the screenshot. Red zone garrisons is something reintroduced in Update 9. These garrisons allow you to spawn 1 sector deep into enemy territory. Note that these garrisons require 100 supplies and will be disabled when there's enemies within 100 meters. Ideal is that these garrisons should be built far away from the enemy point and deep into enemy territory, so multiple squads can spawn on it safely and have time to organize their attacks. Do not place these garrisons practically next to the enemy point. These will always be disabled. There is no complete science or dedicated places you have to place spawn points each time you play the game. Combination of maps, cap points, and just the teams will always create different situations to place spawn points on the map. Just look for covered places to place a spawn point that will support your offense or your defense. Be creative. Biggest thing you have to remember from this video, always have your outposts up. Garrisons will always help you win games.